Hello everyone, welcome to the next video of Python Simplified. The topic of this video is simple Python programs. So we are going to see over here how to take input output in Python, and we are going to apply some basic arithmetic operators to solve some simple programs. Okay, so first program is applying simple arithmetic operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, modulus, division, etc. So let us move to our editor. Over here I am using PyCharm editor. The steps to install PyCharm and everything I have already shown in a video. So let us begin. Over here suppose I want to take two numbers, so I am calling the first one as number 1, and I am going to perform operations on integer numbers, so I am doing the typecasting. Okay, and over here I will write the prompt message, enter the first number. Okay, now in the similar way I'm going to input the second number, n2 equal to int input, enter the second number. So these statements will input two numbers and will put its value in n1 and n2. Now I will perform the addition operation, so I will do result equal to n1 plus n2. Okay, it's very simple. Now I will print the result, so I will write print and then the sum is, and after this I will write result. Okay, now let us execute this program and then we will modify it to perform other operations. Okay, enter the first number. I have entered the first number as 5, the second number as 4, so it will perform addition and the sum is 9. Now suppose I want to perform other operations as well. You can again take different inputs. I am going to perform operation on the same inputs, so I am going to write result equal to n1 minus n2. Okay, then I am going to print the differences result. Okay, and in the similar way I will perform other operations. So I am going to just copy paste these statements and replace the existing operators with different operator. Okay, so over here I am going to perform multiplication, and here I will write the product is result, and then I will perform division and I will write the quotient is result. Okay, so I am going to enter the numbers once and I am going to perform each operation. So what I am doing, I am using the same variable result, because once it has performed addition it will store the result, print it, and after that it will perform second operation, store the result and print it. You cannot perform all the operations together if you are using same variable. Okay, so I will begin with this program. I will enter two numbers 10 and 5, and it will print the sum is 15, difference is 5, the product is 50, and the quotient is 2. So very simple. It is just an example. If you have a particular problem in mind, you will have to take the inputs and perform the operations accordingly. Now let us move on to our second problem, which is program to find simple interest. So here we will input principal, rate and time, and we are going to find out the simple interest and print the simple interest. So we will come back to our editor. I am going to erase this program and we will write our next program. So first of all we have to input principal equal to, principal is going to be an integer, so I am writing int input, enter the principal. Okay, next I'm going to enter the rate. Rate can be a floating quantity that could have a decimal point, so I am writing float input, enter the rate of interest. Okay, next thing is time. I am assuming that time is an integer quantity in my problem, so I will write int and yeah, input and then enter the time. So in any sorts of these problems, you have to first of all take all the inputs, then apply the formula. Suppose my simple interest I'm going to store in the variable SI. So I will call it SI equal to principal. So here it will show me an option of principal into rate into time. Okay, so for time I have used t variable, and the formula is p into r into t, or principal into rate into time by 100. So I'm just going to do that, and I will print the simple interest is okay. Now we will execute this program. So I was already executing this program, so I will just click over here, enter the principal. Suppose my principal is 1000, rate of interest is 4.5, and time in years is 3. So it will return me interest is 135. Okay, so this is how you can perform the program of simple interest. Now let us move to our next program. It is to find the distance. Suppose you enter speed and time, and then you have to find out the distance traveled. So you just have to apply the speed time formula. Okay, let's come back. Let's try and execute that. Firstly, I will input the speed. Always name your variables properly so that the program becomes more readable. Input, enter the speed. Okay, next you enter the time. Here I am assuming that both of these things are integer. If you are taking any of them as float, you just write float instead of int. Enter the time. Okay, so we know that the formula is speed equal to distance upon time. So distance is going to be equal to speed into time. Okay, so this is my formula. Again, I have applied same steps. I have taken the input, I have applied the formula, and then I will print the output. So print, okay, the distance traveled is distance. Okay, now we will execute this. You can take some known inputs. Suppose my speed is 100 kilometers per hour, and if I travel for 2 hours, my distance should be 200. So it is showing me the distance traveled is 200. So this is a very simple problem. Now we will extend this problem to our next program. Let us see how. Now in the same program, what you have to do, you have to input speed and time and find the distance. After that, you will input the average that a vehicle gives. Okay, so average will be in some kilometer per liter or something. Then you have to find out the amount of fuel required. Okay, so I will find the distance, then I will find how much average my vehicle gives per liter, and then I will find the amount of fuel required. So we will continue with the same program. I have displayed the distance. Now what I will do, I will input the average. Okay, I think that average is a float quantity, so I am taking a float input. So float input, enter the average or mileage. Okay, average of your vehicle. Okay, so whatever average my vehicle gives, if I multiply it with distance, if I divide it with distance, it will give me the amount of fuel. Okay, so mathematically, if we write average is distance. Okay, so the mathematically, if we see, if we divide distance by average, it will give us the amount of petrol. Okay, so it will give me the amount of petrol or amount of fuel which we are going to, which this distance is going to consume. Okay, so I will take another a, and I will say it as capacity, yeah, fuel required. Okay, fuel required equal to distance by average. So it will find out what amount of fuel is required by my for traveling that distance. So it will say the fuel required to travel the distance is fuel required. Now let us try and execute this. Suppose my speed is 100 and I traveled for 2 hours, so distance is 200, then it will ask me for average. Suppose my average is 50 kilometers per liter, so it will tell me that the fuel required for this is 4. Okay, so you can also write it as 4 liters, so that will be more meaningful. So I am writing 4 liters. Okay, so this is how we are like doing a multi-step program. Now let us take this program further. Let us see how our third input in this program works. You have to input the speed and time and find the distance. Then you have to input the average of the vehicle and amount of fuel required. This we have already done. Now we have to input the cost of fuel per liter and find the total cost. So if suppose the total full fuel required is 4 liters and cost of fuel is suppose 50 rupees per liter, then the total fuel required will be like total cost incurred in buying that fuel will be 200 rupees. Now let us continue with our program. Okay, so over here I have found out till the amount of petrol required. Then I will write it as rate. Rate is suppose integer, so I will write int input, enter the cost of petrol per petrol or fuel liter. Okay, so because I am working with the fuel program, so I'll write it like this. There is a spelling error over here. Input this. Okay, and then I have to find out the total cost. So cost is going to be fuel required into rate. Okay, then I'm going to print the final result, the total money required no, required to travel this distance is, then it will be cost. Okay, so this is how we have done a multi-step kind of program. So we have taken it one step at a time and found out this. Okay, so I will again write the same inputs. So suppose my speed is 100 and time I take is 2 hours, so distance is 200. Now if the average of vehicle is 50, total petrol required will be 4 liters, and if the cost of petrol per liter is 20, then total cost required is going to be 80. Okay, so somebody can ask you to print all the outputs, or somebody can ask you that you input this all these things and then you find out this final thing. Okay, so this is how we can continue with this program. Okay, so that is all for this video. I hope you understood how can you use simple arithmetic operators to solve simple problems. Other such simple problems could be finding the area of a square, rectangle or a triangle, or just performing some finding the percentage, taking the input of marks, finding the percentage or percentile or things like that. Next, in our next video, we are going to see conditional statements. Okay, thank you very much.